Okay, guys, so I found this video in my recommended by this person named Jade Adelaide. This video seemed kind of serious. It's exposing Roblox's most disturbing predator cult. Honestly, I really hope Roblox gets sued into the fucking ground. There have been so many fucking predators on Roblox. And I genuinely think that there needs to be a case study on why, like, I mean, the answer is simple, obviously, is because a lot of kids play Roblox, and so unnaturally, in this case, I was about to say naturally, but unnaturally, a lot of predators are going to gravitate to where there's going to be a lot of kids, so that's unfortunately just a symptom of that. And it really, like, there needs to be more things done in place where adults shouldn't have such easy access to children on such a game. But yeah, we're going to be watching Jade Adelaide's video on it. Apparently it's pretty serious. It's a disturbing cult.
A few months ago, I sent a message into my Discord server asking if anyone had ever heard of a group called Skibidi Farms, but I never...
Whoa. Yeah, Skibidi Farms. It sounds like a hybrid between KiwiFarms and, well, Skibidi Toilet, obviously. Skibidi Toilet being a meme that a lot of kids like, so...
really pursued it further, mainly because of the nature of what mentioning this group entails.
I wonder, that's gotta be intentional, right? That, like, the predators would name a group Skibidi Farms on purpose to try to, like, lure children in. It's pretty fucking disturbing, but I genuinely would not doubt it.
And everything
if that's the direction this video is going in.
That comes with it, and I was a shock, honestly. However, after posting my last video about Group 94, I got an email. I'm not going to go into more detail other than that, but it made me rethink my choices on if I should mention this group or not, because being afraid to speak out is exactly what this group wants. But they have many victims, many who are afraid to speak out, and so the least I can do is do that for them. Before we do continue, I want to give a huge thank you to our channel members. Your support means that I can continue to keep making these videos and spreading awareness. And in saying that, this video will be quite heavy. There will be pretty disturbing instances mentioned. I'm going to try my best not to be too detailed or too descriptive, but just keep that in mind. I will put a full trigger warning list in the description, but please do take care. Please don't watch this video if you feel like you're not in the right mental space to watch it. And as always, I will leave some resources in the description if you have been affected by anything we've spoken about today. But
well, the unfortunate reality is that, like, if you're going to be too vague about issues, then I don't know what I'll do with it. If that's, like, I mean, I don't know if that's what she's going to do. Like, obviously, like, trigger warnings are warranted because not everybody is equipped to deal with these topics, so I understand where she's coming from. But, like, if she's going to be too vague to the point where we won't know it, I don't know. I mean, she is making a video on it, so we'll see. Okay.
Skibidi Farms, I'm not even going to get into the name, is a KiwiFarms knockoff site, and a lot...
Yeah, I figured.
All the information that I am going over today was in a KiwiFarms thread, which it was lovely going through all their not pleasant, racist and homophobic commentary, but it was one of the only...
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad. I mean, I to be fair, though, them being racist and homophobic is probably the least of our worries, because there's a lot of doxing on KiwiFarms, and there's a lot of weird people on there. You know, the Turkey Tom allegations was the last time I really deep dived KiwiFarms.
Places that had a full documentation of what this group had done, but Skibidi Farms is a knockoff of that site, which is run by nonces that post child and animal gore, ironically. No.
What the fuck? How do you post... Here's the thing, right? How do you post animal porn and fucking, CP as a joke? I don't understand that.
It's Pedia, which is their sister wiki clone site, openly advocates for the distribution of CSAM. And furthering that, No Limits Blocks, which is their Roblox group, was used as a directory for predators within the Roblox ERP community to connect with potential victims and each other. And it was
ERP, I believe, is, I believe that acronym means erotic roleplay or whatever, erotica roleplay or whatever. Something that children on Roblox should abso-fucking-lutely not be exposed to.
Even featured in a Moderation for Dummies video by Ruben Sim.
No Limits Blocks. There's young 10-year-old toy again. See, the thing about a lot of these accounts is they're never just in one group. They're almost always in multiple. And that's kind of how the script works. It really just looks for, like, what's the most common groups among members in the sample. That works well enough to get all of this with like minimal false positive.
And over the years that this group have been active for, they have tried to run many raids on people who try and speak out about them, like Ruben Sim. And all of these raids have involved animal gore, child gore, and or in some way CM. And the group's
what the fuck is happening? Dude, like, we're already, like, we're 2.5 minutes into this, and, like, listen, I was worried she was going to be too vague to the point where now I can understand why she's being vague about these topics, because Jesus fucking Christ, you were not kidding when some of these topics were heavy. Like, listen, we've talked about some heavy shit on the channel. That's fucking crazy. This is, like, Nux Taku, but, like, 20-fold.
exact origins are kind of hard to figure out, it's a bit murky, but the first situation they were involved in was in 2023 with ThugChan and Zukencord. In early 2023, a user of soyjack.party named Zuken had an export of his Discord server leaked into the KiwiFarms soyjack.party thread, leading to him announcing that he was logging off for good this time. The leak contained a lot of pretty depraved stuff that I'm not going to say, but I'm sure you can figure that out, and had a lot
should I read these messages? Tried asking the original post to look into this, but I'll skip the wienery and post it. I had a couple of concerns of instant tipping for posting this, but it's probably a better idea to do it right away. I've looked into this for about 4 days, so I'll post some notable screenshots as well. It's been pretty well known that the two following users have existed. Latinx I almost said fucking an anti-Semitic term. Okay, I probably should censor this. Latinx anti-Semitic term productions and Zuken. Personally, I had no idea that they were the same person. That became extremely apparent, and the moment you visit their accounts, most of my awareness of Zuken came from this thread. My awareness of his alter ego, Latinx anti-Semitic term productions, came from this frequent bragging in the comment section of SPVA3. I have reason to believe SPVA3 may be personally connected to Zuken, considering he frequently uploads his content, hearts his comments, features his page on the subscription panel. If you frequent the Shardy, you will notice Zuken/Latinx is very identifiable, usually intentionally. He is a massive whore for credit.
KiwiFarms soyjack.party thread, leading to him announcing that he was logging off.
Okay. Maybe it truly is time to let it go. I think I'll leave the internet for good this time. Oh no, no, Champion of Goon, don't go, oh no.
For good this time. The leak contained a lot of pretty depraved stuff.
Okay, the bakery. I'm literally used to blank now. I'm not kidding. When I first saw it, I was mortified. Wait, what is it? Does that say CP in the blur? It's very tiny, the blur, so I imagine that's the acronym. But I watched Daisy's deblankalation. I don't know what the fuck that says. Maybe somebody can let me know what that says, because I have no idea what the fuck that says. And Dancing Swede, and literally didn't feel a thing. I've seen like 1 second of shit and then clicked off, so my mind didn't really react to it. This is what browsing the Shardy does to a ninja. Nah, this was way before Shardy for me. I've never seen Dancing Swede P version. I saw Pawn, some Discord, when I was like 15. I'm in a Discord with P right now. It's a meme screenshot from Daisy's, I still don't know what the fuck that says, with meme text in the impact font saying, "The Destruction." It's literally been sitting there. It's been there for like a year, I think. And you still see yourself going back to that CP, assumedly. I believe that's what it is, because they're like, I'm literally used to seeing CP, and I find myself going back to it. Listen, if you keep finding yourself going back to what you know as a child and being fixated on it, there might be some concerns you have. Maybe you want to see like a psychiatrist, or maybe you want to see like a therapist or something to deal with that shit. Whatever attraction you have to children.
I'm not going to say, but I'm sure you can figure that out, and had a lot of crossover with so many other Discord predators. But instead of leaving the internet like he had claimed he was going to do, he instead tried to create his own website called ThugChan. There isn't a whole lot of information available about it, but the whole gist of the website was racist hood irony memes. And over a year later,
it's interesting because like she keeps bringing up racist and homophobic, and don't get me wrong, those things are bad, but like those things are like the least of my worries in comparison to what the fuck is being alleged here.
3rd, 2024, Zukin was signed up to KiwiFarms under the name Azumanga, and drop a little interesting thing about Thugchan. Here's a nugget of insider information. The admin behind Thugchan and No Limitspedia is currently running Skibidi Farms and the revived version of Clay.Party. Every claim that has been made about me fully applies to this guy. And it was here that the group started to take visible shape. In August of 2024, Zukin posted the following backstory about how No Limitspedia came to be. In summary, Zukin...
Okay, I guess I have to read this. Basically, around late 2023, my friends were talking about how... Does that say slutty? I think that says slutty. I feel like you could say slutty on YouTube. I think that's, like, okay. How Slutty Rainbow Friends, the Roblox mascot horror game... Is that like an actual Roblox mascot horror game? Maybe I'm saying some of these wrong. Maybe some of you guys have to correct me in the comments. And then someone jokingly suggested that we make our own horror game called Daisy's Daycare. What the fuck is happening? Daisy's Daycare. And we thought it was so funny we decided to work on it. My friend, Elemental Link, decided to repurpose an old inactive group of his for it. Since we weren't exactly masters of subtlety, we settled on NLB, No Limits Blocks, name, and Icon for the time being. Hey, Icon, that's me. Actually, I hope that's not me. Jesus fucking Christ, I don't want to be part of this shit. Get me out of here. All it ever amounted to, though, was some lines of code and a model of the Scully monster. Can't find it anymore, before we collectively decided to give up and work on NLP, No Limitspedia. So they're working on like some fucking Daisy's Daycare game. And I assume they're working on it for ulterior motives.
His friends wanted to make a
probably yandere dev purposes.
Roblox game themed after Daisy's destruction. If you don't know, Daisy's destruction is one of the most horrific documented cases of DM produce.
What the fuck is... Dude, wait, what is this? Australian man jailed for 129 years in child sexual abuse case in the Philippines. It is the second conviction for Peter Gerard Scully, who was already serving a license for the rape and trafficking of... What the fuck? Dude, this is the person, and this is this is the guy that they're basing the game off of? What the fuck is happening? Why is Roblox allowing this? Peter Gerard Scully in 2015, the Australian man has been jailed for 129 years in the Philippines as part of the child sexual abuse case involving children as young as 18 months old. Wow. Fucking Jeffrey Epstein could have used this guy to get away for shit. I guess not, because he got away with it, so maybe he wasn't that useful to Jeffrey Epstein. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
It was a hardcore video created by Peter Scully. And one of Zukin's friends created a Roblox group for the project called No Limits Blocks, named after Scully's Dark Knight CSAM site, No Limits Fun, which is...
There are some... Why are people like this? Why do people involve themselves in shit like this? Like, what do you gain out of this? Like, it's some level of, like, pleasure or something. Or, like, maybe, I don't know what the fuck it is. Like, how hard is it to just leave kids alone, dude? Stop fucking talking to kids, man. Or stop trying to rape kids. Like, how hard is it, man? Like, it can't be that difficult to just not rape kids. Surely.
Where Daisy's destruction.
Like, even if you are, like, if you have, like, listen... I've talked about this on the channel before. If you have an attraction to kids and you're like a non-offending pedophile, you haven't engaged in like child porn, you haven't engaged in like trying to meet up with a child, you haven't engaged in any weird degenerate shit that feeds into your attraction to children, I'm open to the conversation of rehabilitation. I think there is a route for rehabilitation through therapy or going to a psychiatrist, taking some form of medication, turns off your sex drive permanently, something like that. That would be like a very good way to treat it. But the moment you cross the point of no return and you do whatever the fuck these people are doing, that's when I just like lose all sympathy. Like that, because that to me is like a point of no return.
Was hosted. But the development of this game eventually died off and they moved on to other fun little projects. One of those was No Limits.
Good cry. I mean, thank God they never actually fucking developed that game.
Limitspedia.
Would have been like an absolute fucking nightmare to see that game go live.
NLP, also named No Limits Fun, was an attempt at an Encyclopedia Dramatica knockoff intended for use by the ironic crowd on Discord.
Oh, great. So they're involved with Encyclopedia Dramatica. That makes sense. Encyclopedia Dramatica is very adjacent to KiwiFarms and 4chan. So there's a lot of weird freaks on these websites that like are known for like doxing and like all kinds of really horrific shit.
Discord. And not surprisingly, the currently unnamed admin of NLP, who also previously admin for ThugChan, quickly started writing articles about how to download CM, amongst many other things, according to Zukin. And during this time period, the Nolan...
Oh my god.
Blocks group...
I'm already fucking desensitized from this shit, dude. This is fucking... Can I go back? Can we go back to the lighthearted stuff, guys? Can we go back to, like, the fucking fun slop and, like, the goofy slop? Like, why does the majority of drama in 2025 and 2026, why does it have to be, like, some form of, like, child rape or something? Like David, who recently got arrested, and I think he's, like, fully charged completely of murdering that fucking Celeste girl. Or, like, the fucking, like, that Mr. Crafty Pants guy who got, like, caught with, like, tons of fucking child porn with children under the age of 12. Or, like, Donald Trump being on the fucking Epstein list and MAGA running defense for child rape, basically. Like, why the like... Why? Why can't we just have lighthearted drama again? Like, remember back in, like, 2017, 2016, we had, like, iDubbbz back when he was good, making content cops? That was, like, fun slop. That was fun drama. We'll never be able to go back to that, huh? Like, never. Sad stuff, man.
Filled up with over 1,000 child predators who were seeking to connect with potential victims and other predators. And instead of doing anything about this, the NLB owner added a Discord link to the group page.
One day, though, someone added me on Roblox chat and told me to check the NLB group. When I did, there was literally thousands of ERP bots accounts in the members list. I immediately left the group and advised Elemental to do the same, but he wanted to continue stoking the flames, so he made a separate Discord server, which he linked on NLB. This link was later posted to Twitter by observers. Then foodists... What the fuck is a foodist? I've never heard the term foodist. Does anyone know what a foodist is? Then foodists started joining. Elemental and I saw this as a chance to get some new people to work on NLP, so we took it. We basically just pitched it as a new-gen Encyclopedia Dramatica without old F-slur LARP. Okay, we have to censor this, unfortunately. There's a lot of slurs here. All over VC. And after a while, they agreed to help us with it, and I invited them to my server. I can't really say this was the best move in the world because they ended up just using NLP to dox random autistic people instead of writing about interesting stuff.
To funnel the predators into working on No Limitspedia. And among those were members of the Foodist, a group which has been...
Oh, the Foodists. Okay, so she's explaining it, so...
...on No Limitspedia. And among those were members of the Foodist, a group which has been investigated by law enforcement for the distribution of CM. This group is...
Oh my god, great. So... I'm probably... you guys could say I'm reading too deep into it, but, like, the reason they could be called foodists is because... dude, I don't even know if it's not even worth fucking analyzing. It's gross. Like, it's not even worth it.
A whole other...
Just gonna move on. Fuck that shit.
Can of worms to get into, but just know that there is a lot of crossover between foodists and Skibidi Farms. Zukin and his friend Wickerkid, who had already been well aware that NLP's admin was a twisted individual who dabbled in dark web hardcore and forums, pretended to be...
Yeah, and going on the dark web, I imagine that would be like some avenue to gain access to all this material.
Shocked at this turn of events. And most of them marched...
I mean, the same fucking place, the dark web, where you can buy, like, baby limbs and shit and, like, all kinds of weird shit on there.
2023 archives of NLP are relatively tame, or there's just a lot of unfinished pages. But the one page that caught the attention of Soy Jacked Up Party was the one about Soy Jacked Up Party, which contained the following section. Spam CP. Threads on both Soy and Rage were in turn created about NLP over this.
I'm sure Evil Shrimp would really like this fucking, like, forums post or whatever. He'd probably say it's based that CP gets spammed because he was, in case you guys don't know about the Evil Shrimp situation, I have a whole video on it. He's a total fucking sex pest and, you know, predator. But yeah, he at the age of 23, Evil Shrimp was constantly being a sex pest to a 15-year-old, trying to get them to send CP of themselves over and over and over and over again. Just a very gross, disgusting person in general. He's also a doxer. He would absolutely love these forums. He would have a fucking field day with them.
And keep in mind that Zukin claims the admin of NOP was the one that added that section. And so Sojak started by wiping all of NOP's pages, and in turn, NOP responded by putting...
There's a lot of N-words on that page. That sounded so... Wait, I'm sorry. That sounded so wrong. I didn't mean to say it like that. There's a lot of, like, N-words, like, written. The word N-word on that page is what I meant. Not... God damn it. Oh, that's a fucking out of context clip. Jesus Christ.
Animal on the front page of their site and posting chat logs purporting to show Fruit, the admin.
Dude, honestly, like, there's so much fucked up shit in this video that I am, like... I'm desensitized at this point. Like, I'm very fucking black-pilled, and I'm just desensitized. Like, it's fucked up. Like, I could only say it's fucked up so many times before, like, you guys would hear me sound like a broken record. It's gross. It's disgusting. Yeah, it's awful, and I'm fucking desensitized from this shit. Unfortunately, this shit just goes under the radar so fucking commonly. And, you know, with the existence of the dark web, Discord, Roblox, tons of ways that children can gain access to these predators, where this shit can continue to fucking happen. And it really is predatory. It's crazy that, like, not much has been done to stop it. You know, you would think that there would be more laws to be put in place for this shit, but, you know, obviously we have a dog shit president who doesn't give a fuck about anything, and he also is probably a pedophile himself, refuses to release the client list. So, yeah, there's that.
Collaborating with NOP, despite that not actually being shown. And according to Sojak Wiki, NOP also began to get mass reported to its providers. NOP followed this up by posting this the next day. This wiki is not run by foodists, CP spammers. This wiki wasn't even public or finished. The tryhard community leaked it. Every edit and upload has been reversed. No evidence that NOP is run by CP spammers, by the way. No evidence. And following this, NOP admitted defeat and went private, meaning only logged in users could view any page, including the main page. And then they nuked the site entirely, making everything redirect to...
Oh, and they have, okay, I'm gonna censor this too. I think they have, like, a 9/11, like, image here. I don't even want to, like, take the risk of that. Just, like, censor, like, all, like, oh my god, I'm probably gonna have to do a lot of censoring post-production if I catch things. Like, dude... I fucking hate these people so much. I hate it. Oh, I hate it so much, dude. It's like, these people are so fucking antisocial. Alright, guys, we're back. I skipped 5 seconds ahead because of the fucking 9/11 visual that we got there. I kind of just don't want to... I'm not trying to get this YouTube video taken down.
Details about NOP's admin raids started to get sprinkled around. So
I have to censor this as well. There's the N-word on the screen. Dude, there's a lot of fucking censoring in this video that I have to do.
Of KiwiFarms threads relevant to the edgy Zoomer sphere. At Azumanga, you claim the admin of No Limits Pedia is involved in many of the more heinous groups that are discussed in this thread. Can you tell us more about this person? And he responded by saying his name is Raids. He used the accounts at AAD and Razid on this website, and Razid being an anagram of Raids. And he self-identified.
Is it Raise? I have no idea.
As someone who was connected to Tryhard and Thug/ISIS posting. He said,
Jesus Christ, dude, these people, I'm really trying to understand what the fuck drives people to, like, post on these forums and, like, just engage in, like, this antisocial behavior. Like, I really don't understand. Did they grow up with, like, parents that didn't love them? Were they bullied in school or something? Like, what causes somebody to go to, like, KiwiFarms posts or, like, 4chan or, like, all these, like, fucking pedophile adjacent, like, forums or whatever? I don't get it. I don't understand what, like, drives somebody to do this shit.
That he knew 3 people that are part of Tryhard, and he even attempted to defense members who were apparently connected to 764, even though there was evidence that they were connected, but he tried to say they weren't. And he returned 16 days after that to the AAD account because he forgot his password. And unlike last time, he came back prepared. Raids admitted to being in chats that shared CM, admitting to knowing Reginmer, the people who helped circulate CM among the UTTP, admitted to being in 764 chats, and, you know, to top it all off,
It's a lot of cheese pizza, dude. I hope it's fucking New York pizza, dude, because, like, it better be New York pizza, not, like, fucking dumb Chicago deep dish pizza that they're sending in that fucking Discord, I swear.
About receiving.
Sorry, you know, it might be a bit of an inappropriate joke. I might be making a lot of, like, weird jokes, but it's like, I gotta, like, make some joke. I gotta lighten up the mood a little bit. This is a fucking dark video. This is, like, there's a lot of really gross details. Like, she was not kidding when she said this was a dark video. Like, I kind of knew what I was getting into, but holy fuck, this is bad. This is awful.
Too many mean stickers. But the main thing he did in this account, other than snitching himself, was complain about users on KiwiFarms that made the connection that the user base crossover between various groups like Foodist, UTTP, and a handful of 764 knockoffs. And his arguments were, oh my god, just because these people are in the same groups doesn't mean they're connected. Sure.
Yeah, I'm totally buying that one. Jesus Christ.
Okay, around April 2024.
Yeah, guys, I accidentally came across a Discord server that, like, advertised itself as a fucking CP Discord, and I accidentally, like, clicked the join button, and I accidentally clicked confirm, because Discord, by the way, when you click to join a Discord server, it'll ask if you want to confirm to join the Discord server. I accidentally clicked that twice. I accidentally got through that. And then I accidentally was scrolling up in that Discord server, and I accidentally just happened to end up in that fucking CP, or like viewing that CP or engaging with that CP. Do you understand how fucking like stupid like that logic is? Like, do we understand like you had to jump through so many fucking hoops to make that excuse up?
The website Clay.Party came back online after a lengthy period of downtime. And prior to going offline, Clay.Party was a subset of the Foodist owned by a user named OJ Simpson. The Clay Eaters were mostly known for being complicit in the solicitation of nudes from a minor who they also falsely accused of paedophilia before using said false accusation as a moral justification for swatting them.
How old was that minor? I'm just like curious.
Seeing that form return was one thing, but another thing was allegedly OJ Simpson joining the Foodist thread to let it be known.
I feel like at this point you don't really have to say allegedly. Like, it's basically like confirmed that like all this shit is very like gross and disgusting, and that they are engaging in some level of like exchanging CP with each other. I guess the only thing with this like Jade Adelaide person is that like she maybe is like I guess she doesn't want, like, she's scared of like a defamation lawsuit, I guess. And also like she has an English accent on, so it's probably defamation is a lot easier to prove in the UK, so like maybe she's just like scared that she could get sued for defamation, so she's trying to play it safe.
That he had handed the site off to someone else. As Manga said, his name is Raids. He goes by Zal and Clay Party. This website is owned by SkibidiFarms.net. And yes,
I find it, I'm not gonna lie, the one thing I don't like about this Jade person, and like she's presented information very well in this video. She's not a disingenuous person at all. She's done a very good job of presenting the information to show that these people are fucked up. But one thing I don't really like, and maybe she has like an editor or something, but like she'll censor the R slur, but she won't fucking censor the N-word sometimes, or like censor the F slur. Maybe I guess if you want to be charitable, maybe she missed it in like post-production, because there's a lot of shit that you have to censor. I remember when I was editing I've edited Evil Shrimp videos, and I've had to censor so fucking much because of how edgy he is, and like how I just cannot show that stuff on YouTube. The fact that Evil Shrimp is still allowed to exist on YouTube is fucking beyond me. Like, he's able to have the F slur in his thumbnail, and he can still exist on YouTube. That's pretty insane to me. But with Jade, like, I guess maybe she just like forgot to edit that part out, because there's just so much edgy shit, and maybe she just got like desensitized to it. I'm willing to be charitable.
Raids admins Skibidi Farms too. His name is Raids. He goes by Identity on Skibidi Farms. And that's how we got to Skibidi Farms, their own KiwiFarms site for nonces. But, you know, what were they posting there? What could you possibly be posting on KiwiFarms for nonces? Remember?
Yeah, I wonder.
All the Fallen. Okay, imagine All the Fallen, but...
Well, like, was it ever specified? Like, obviously a lot of these people engage in the dark web, but was it ever specified that this, like, Skibidi Farms website was on the dark web? I don't, like, she might have said it earlier in this video and I missed it, maybe. But, like, if it's not on the dark web, that's almost arguably worse, because it's, like, you're posting CP, like, freely for anyone to access, even without the fucking Tor browser, or whatever the fuck that you need for the dark web.
Much worse. Oh, and they attempted to hide that post existed, by the way. The website also had a thread for posting child gore. And the raid section, yeah, that's exactly what you think. Spam animal child gore. animal porn. Ruben Simmons underage.
This sounds like some dark web shit. I'm gonna be so for real. Like, all of this sounds like some massive fucking weird dark web shit, bro. And even his profile picture is fucking creepy. It's got like the whole CGI teeth and everything. Like, these people are mentally ill.
Followers would enjoy it. If you don't have any, DM me. I will send you some funny videos.
It's crazy because not that long ago, Twitter was allowing this shit to exist as well, with Grok AI generating child porn on their website, and like people like it totally fine, like Grok so easily being able to make it like, hey Grok, put this person in a bikini or whatever. It's like, and Grok would just do it. Like, it's pretty insane.
For legal reasons, I will not be stating what I'm referring to, but you probably get the idea. Funny videos. I'm sure we can piece that together.
Yeah.
What could they not legally say?
Cheese pizza, New York pizza, totally. Would they like pepperoni on that slice? Would they like anchovies? Would they like a little bit of chicken tiki masala in the mix of that? Maybe, I don't know. Do people put chicken tiki masala on pizza? I don't know. You guys let me know. I don't think that's a thing here in New York. It might be a thing in other places though.
To spam that they have. Right. They also have a thread of their official partnership with a redo of No Limitspedia. And after all of that, they got dropped from their host site for hosting CM. Unfortunately, very, very shortly after that, the site went back up and the admins began begging their users to stop confessing to owning CSM and distributing it. And following this,
Wait, so let me understand something. You're begging them to stop saying that CSAM exists in the server, but you don't care about the actual CSAM that's being posted in your own server? Of course they're not going to care. They're all into it. They're all fucking, like, jerking off to it. It's like, yeah. But it was just a joke. We're all just, like, edgy guys. We're casually breaking the law, but it's all jokes. We're casually breaking the law and harming children in the process, but it's all part of the law. Bro, watch Chibi Reviews somehow defend this shit.
Yes, on Kiwi.
Because, like, he's, like, defending Lolly and shit. Like, imagine Chibi Review sees this and he's like, bro, but, like, technically, they're just pictures of children, you know? It's not, like, them touching the children. They're just jacking off to naked pictures of children.
Farms who firmly...
That's going to be how they shift the goalpost. They always is shifting the Overton window with this shit with them.
Who went by the name Elevator in the 764 sphere when she was underage, states that she witnessed what she's 90% sure was CP in Skibidi Farms Discord server. She also states that Klasky, a Skibidi Farms moderator, was publicly talking about how everyone has her 14-year-old notes, and she expanded on this by saying that Klasky was very careful and purposely articulate about what he said. And in November of 2024, in an attempt to, change its reputation as a distribution site, No Limitspedia rebranded to Narpedia, and a handful of NLP's Discord chat logs were exported and revealing pretty much exactly what you would expect to see in there. These include server members discussing the ease and difficulty of attaining cut sings and shit sings, Ray's claiming to possess and distribute Daisy's destruction, and Espinoza and...
This was all going on in 2024 as well. This has been happening, like, under our noses. Very, like, honestly, 2024 was really not that long ago. That's like a little over a year ago as of the time you're recording this. The fact that this was still happening under our noses, and, like, people, like, 2024, we were exposing some legitimately predatory people that year. I mean, EDP tried to come back. Dr. Disrespect very clearly tried to meet up with a kid. There was a lot of conversations about this stuff. And then you had people who go at, like, there were some nothing burger situations, like Kai Cenat's cameraman, kind of a nothing burger situation. I'd say that situation was, like, to my understanding, I think Kai Cenat's cameraman was, like, a 21-year-old, and he tried to meet up with, like, a 17-year-old. Inappropriate, not predatory. And then you have shit like this that was happening, and it was just happening under everybody's fucking noses. Just, like, child porn being casually sent in these fucking forums posts everywhere. It really is a wonder how the police have not gotten involved yet in this situation. I hope that, like, Jade has good news at the very end of this.
Stop commiserating over the truly tragic plight of child who haven't any children yet. If you're online...
guys, if you guys are watching this video, say goodbye. I know I'm saying this, like, probably halfway into this reaction, but say goodbye to your appetite if you had one. So, if you're eating this video while you're watching me, I apologize in advance.
in December of 2024, you might have saw this incident occur in which the Abundant Life Christian School in Madison, Wisconsin experienced a school shooting by 15-year-old Natalie Samantha Rupnow. And a number of the accounts that Samantha had been interacting with prior to the shooting hung around with people from...
Bro, literally on Steam, their name is like Epstein Gaming. The fuck is happening?
Skibidi Farms and Lulsworthy, which is a 764 group offshoot that were also connected with Skibidi Farms. And this wouldn't be...
Jade, are you okay? Like, I have to ask Jade. Like Jade, you made a whole video raising awareness to this shit, and like, I get it. You want to raise awareness to it. You're a content creator, and I appreciate you putting this together, so I don't have to fucking sift through all this information myself, because I can't imagine. Like, the fact that she had to sit through this information and make a video on it really goes to show that, like, I mean, well, one, she cares about exposing this disgusting behavior, and two, like, are you okay, Jade? Do you need a hug? Like, is this, like, I worry for you making this fucking video, because this is probably all very dark topics that you have to fucking sift through as well.
First time that a shooting was connected to Skibidi Farms. Following this, in January of 2025, Twitter users associated with Skibidi Farms and Lulsworthy published a video of a slain 764 copycat sting in Sweden, with the account that posted the stat video having the same profile picture and a similar name to an account on Skibidi Farms. And a week after this, Joshua Goldberg published an article about Skibidi Farms in the fake ironic Square. In the same article, the Totem Cord, a Skibidi Farms affiliate server, is mentioned. Josh is seen here warning a would-be extortion victim of the aforementioned server, and Totem Cord itself contains guide on safely posting online. And in that same month, another school shooting would occur by 17-year-old Solomon Henderson. And prior to the shooting, Henderson was heavily involved with Skibidi Farms, Lulsworthy, and Totem Cord on both Twitter and Discord. Mo Henderson...
Dude, what is happening? Oh my god.
Followed and shouted out multiple public figures.
There really needs to be like a conversation about watching what your kids do online, because holy fuck, dude, you never know what rabbit hole they could go down. And like, I'm not even just talking about like worst case scenarios where they become school shooters, probably radicalized by these fucking Discord servers. But, like, just anything. They can get radicalized into being, like, red-pilled. Or, like, you could get radicalized into being, like, a political activist. Or, like, an extremist or whatever. There's any number, or, like, groomed as well. There's, like, any number of things that could fucking happen to your children when they're, like, going about on these Discords. And they're, like, finding all this shit. It's fucking insane. We really need to do something about it.
To the shooting for the sake of garnering attention. Skibidi Farms' its orbiting splinter servers are not only insanely...
I don't know what I'm gonna do if I have my own kid. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, do I, like... I mean, like, I don't want to, like, restrict them from having access to the internet overall, because I know they're just gonna do it behind my back. But I also want to make sure that they never get involved in any of this shit either. Like, it's just, like, I really... I don't know the best way to protect them, honestly. It's a tough issue to, like, solve. And, like, there's, like, like, the U.S. is just very slow when it comes to putting laws in place, especially now with fucking Trump in office and him, like, fucking up this country so badly and him not giving a fuck about anybody here other than himself. So, like, I don't know. I don't know what I would do to help my kid in this situation. It's definitely, I have a lot of thinking to do after this video, genuinely.
And aren't helpful for this name recognition that he was trying to garner from this. But they're also confirmed places that Henderson was an open, documented member of. And this is backed up by the fact that those servers were all nuked after this incident occurred. Still, in that same month, Espinoza, one of Skibidi Farms' admins, has his VPS terminated for its CM. The group retreated to Matrix, which is an encrypted group messaging app, which they use to share infecting infants and goad each other into...
I imagine the DM layout looks familiar. I would watch some of Gideon and, like, I think Skeeter Jean and a couple of others, where they would show, like, DM messages of the Predator talking to the decoys. I think Matrix is one of the messaging platforms they use because it seems to be some breeding ground for a lot of Predators to use to try to meet up and have sex with children. So it really is no surprise that Matrix is being used for this fucking gross shit as well.
doing stuff on animals. And in February of 2025, Brian Nichols, who is an empathetic journalist with a history in Gnostic pseudopsychology, decided to insert himself into the situation by sympathetically interviewing Liber of Love, Wicker Kid, and Zukin, while publicly stating his belief that people upset at them for posting them are moral F words that are...
Oh. Moral F slur. Oh, okay. I'm curious to know, who is this guy?
Cited to Brian Nichols, who is in...
Brian Knuckles. Okay, I'm curious to know who the fuck this person is. It's interesting. I tried researching this Brian Knuckles person, and I can't really determine whether he's left or right wing. He might just be like batshit insane. Because it's like, why the left needs religious socialism when socialism... Like, religion is more of a thing that you see on, like, the right. Not that left-leaning people can't be religious, but, like, I don't know. I'm personally, in case you guys don't know, I'm not a huge fan of, like, organized religion. I think it's pretty disgusting, and I think a lot of MAGA's interpretation and the right's interpretation of the Bible is very misguided, and I would say it's a false interpretation. So I can't really determine. This guy seems to be, like, a huge socialism guy, so I don't know. He kind of just seems like a bit of a nut job.
Empathetic journalist with a history in Gnostic pseudopsychology, decided to insert himself into the situation by sympathetically interviewing Liber of Love, Wicker Kid, and Zukin, while publicly stating his belief that people upset at them for posting them are moral F words that are actually just...
It's interesting. That's not very left-leaning of you. Like, I don't know, man. Like, socialism is usually a thing you would see on, like, it definitely leans towards the left. A lot of the socialist beliefs is in contrast to right-leaning beliefs. But, like, I don't know, dude. It's just, like, you're out here seemingly being on the left. I say seemingly in quotes. But then you're out here, like, using the F slur and just, like, what are you? Do you think you're, like, some kind of destiny where you're, like, some edgy liberal or something?
Projecting their own onto others.
I've got this theory of the moral, and I'm curious. I think it connects with what you're talking about. I think that, you know, like psychological projection.
Yeah.
Like when people get really upset about gay shit.
This guy is a fucking closeted gay. I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to be that guy, but like just the way he talks. This dude likes cocks poking on the back of his cheeks. Like, I swear.
Or animal aggression or Nazism. I think there might be a little bit of that in them. And like,
dude, this guy, like, you talk about projection, my guy. I think this is like, we're seeing like a fucking double projection from this guy.
You know, like pedo hunters, like a lot of times it comes out that they're pedo. Like,
when does that ever happen? Like, what? Schlepp? Fucking, what is his name? Schlepp? Gideon, Skeeter Jean, and Chris Hansen, they have not been convicted or outed as pedophiles, not to my understanding. So, do you have a source for that one, buddy?
Yeah.
Sometimes people overcompensate.
Okay, so this guy's just a fucking liar. Wow.
And I think that's what y'all actually like. Like, that's like comedians like to, not saying you're a comedian, but people into humor like to, like, call out hypocrisy.
Naturally, this resulted in him getting absolutely torn to shreds on Twitter and KiwiFarms. Mere days after this, Raids had the contents of his private Twitter account leaked, and you'll be shocked to find out that he was talking about possessing and distributing CM. We're also shocked at that, aren't we? Mid-March.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're like, I'm fucking just like so desensitized from this. Like, I don't know if I can make it through this video. It's just so, like, everything is so heavy.
2025, following on from a 764 investigator successfully mass reporting a 65k member Twitter community that had been encouraging children to and enabling 764 members to find new victims. Skibidi Farm staff members started DMing children from the suspended community to solicit from them. A month after this, Nitrogen, a person who has been identified by mainstream media outlets as someone connected to the Wisconsin shooting, Antioch shooting, and the Ardak's mass stabbing in Turkey, has joined both Skibidi Farms and Totem Cord. Not long after, Doomer Brown, a friend of Nitrogen and a member of the so-called Edge Fear on Twitter that Skibidi Farms is a part of, was arrested and indicated for sexually grooming and abusing a child over the internet, as well as attempting to entice a child.
What the fuck is happening, dude? Like, why does this keep happening?
to committing a mass.
Like, I know I keep saying that, but like, why the fuck is this allowed to happen? I don't understand.
And during this time, a YouTuber named Parlo had many videos up about UTTP.
Oh god, I fucking hate it. Sorry. Like, I don't mean to be that person, Jade, but like, Parlo is not the kind of person you go to for predator catching content. He like sensationalizes the fuck out of his content. I'm not a huge fan of Parlo.
I mentioned them before, but they're the YouTube troll police and pretty infamous and long-running internet.
Okay. I mean, maybe Parlo was good in this particular case. I don't know, but like, I'm usually not a huge fan of Parlo.
Group known for spamming, harassment, and trolling, primarily in YouTube comment sections, but you know, they're widespread. And 2 of these videos mention KiwiFarms, but with that, he began facing allegations that he is friends with Defender, a UTTP and KiwiFarms member, and may have potentially been using or allowing Defender to harass people Parlo was beefing with. And Parlo claimed during a stream, whilst debunking his grooming allegations, that foodist and high-ranking UTTP member Defender is actually an FBI informant gathering information on the UTTP.
Okay, the person spamming, I'm not friends, I am not friends with Miami, and the other person addressing, I'm not friends with Miami. I systematically called out Miami for predatory actions, and there is a police report actually being made against Miami, who's part of the UTTP, and it's really funny.
Bro, not for nothing, but like, why the fuck is Parlo always getting allegations against him? Like, at a certain point, it's like, Parlo had allegations against him in like, what, 2022? He had some allegations in 2023. He's always getting involved in some fucking allegations. And then, like, recently, with that internet-adjacent person, who, admittedly, that internet-adjacent person doesn't seem particularly great either. But, like, Parlo is also, like, a massive fucking, like, he's also, like, kind of dishonest about that situation, like, his involvement with it as well. So, like, really, like, at a certain point, if you constantly get accused of some weird-ass shit, like, over and over and over again, I feel like it kind of gets to a point, right? Like, at what point do we assign some level of blame to Parlo for constantly putting himself in situations where he's getting allegations thrown against him?
Drop a bombshell right now. I'm gonna drop a bombshell. The guy whose name is the opposite of offender, he is an FBI informant who has been making FBI reports against high-ranking UTTP members. Under no circumstances ever was I under any belief that that person was an open Didier blood. The person who, I'm going to repeat it again, the person who everyone is claiming that I'm friends with the UTTP, it is based on a lie. They made FBI reports. So,
but that's obvious bullshit. But Parlo's audience started to realise that Parlo has been working closely with the Defender for a while now. And shortly after the stream ended, a group call between Parlo and Anti-Troll surfaced showing them doxing and saying they're going to swat another nonce named Potamir. Defender later posted...
Okay, so just to be clear, I tuned into the Potamir situation. Potamir is not a pedophile, not even close. I will fill you guys in on the situation. Potamir is somebody, he was a 16-year-old Roblox YouTuber. Well, at the time he was 16. The girl he was talking to was 12. I think they met up. Obviously, it is inappropriate for them to be interacting across the board. But, like, I doubt that Potamir is, like, a threat to society. Like, he is just, like, a very... Like, he's somebody that clearly is not educated. So, if you look at the actual definition of pedophilia, right? If you look at the DSM-5, we're going to go over the DSM-5. The person has to be 16 or older. The age gap has to be 5 or more years. And the younger person has to be 13 or under. The reason why Potamir's situation doesn't quite hit that mark yet is because from a mental health perspective... It is a behavioral problem. It is, like, again, it's behavior that shouldn't be happening, but those are the mature kind of conversations we need to have. Like, Parlo sensationalized the fuck out of the Potamir situation, and now it because they slandered Potamir for being, like, this predatory person, now they're gonna, like, put his docs out there in the school that he goes to and everything. And so now the internet's never gonna let him live it down. It's pretty nasty shit. So, like, again, you cannot trust information that comes from Parlo. So, I don't know. Jade, if you're validating this situation, you're going to take a little bit of an L from this one. I'm not going to lie.
Pottermore's docs to SkibidiFarms. Then there's another video of Defender and another UTTP member Kara and a call with a child that Parlo had been beaten.
I mean, yeah, for the most part, I will say, Jade has done a pretty good job of putting the information together in this video. I would say for the most part it's good. But, like, you kind of lacked doing research on the Pottermore situation. I feel like you could have done a little bit more on that. Maybe, again, being charitable to Jade here, maybe she was under the assumption that, like, Pottermore was, like, a grown adult trying to meet up with a 12-year-old, right? Maybe that's what it was. Maybe she's under that impression. Maybe she didn't realize that Pottermore was actually 16 the entire time and he was a kid himself. I don't know, man. Maybe she didn't know. You know, just being charitable here. I understand that this is a lot of information to sit through, and I understand that, you know, you can only handle so much before you have to take care of yourself, right?
It ends with the kid's mum threatening to call the police and hanging up.
Dude, that's his mom. Defender. How do you Defender?
We're almost done here. We're almost done.
Who is this? The person that put you on YouTube? What is this?
Defender, did you clip?
And this is significant because Defender and Kara groomed them, and Parlo accidentally revealed he'd been talking with Defender about them, and Parlo played dumb when he told that they were groomed. In mid of July...
Yeah, of course he did, because Parlo is going to try to, like, keep his platform and do whatever he can to, like, look good in a situation, even though Parlo is just, like, a weird sensationalist freak. I don't like him at all.
Last year, the group would go to even more extremes, working with Spawnism, which Spawnism is a pretty infamous child and cutscene group which originated from Roblox. And the connection actually began in a KiwiFarms thread, stating screenshots of Defender, a UTTP member and close Parlo associate, working in Foodist and Spawnist servers have surfaced. This basically proved that Defender has ties to not only Foodism, Spawnism, but also potential ties to neo-Nazi child cult 764. Parlo does in fact know about this and is making a Spawnism video in a pathetic attempt to cover his ass. And screenshots also confirm that SkibidiFarms is indeed actively working with Spawnists. Clicking this image on the SkibidiFarms main page would redirect you to the Spawnist Discord server. And during this time, another YouTuber, Guamgo, also made a video on Spawnism, as he also worked with Defender, so he is...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Guamgo, like, I saw that he, like, disavowed Parlo and everything in the, like, internet adjacent thing. So obviously Guamgo and Parlo were, like, friends for a while. So I don't know the nature of Guamgo's content. I don't know if he also sensationalizes videos. It's hard to tell. I don't really engage with his content, so I'm not entirely sure about his credibility. But if he was friends with Parlo, I'm gonna take his information with a grain of salt as well, not gonna lie.
Attempting to cover his tracks. However, in the video, he included links directing to these servers and websites, with some allegedly speculating that he was doing so as a recruitment.
Dude, these are all excuses to try to, like, engage with some level of child porn. Like, they all use the excuse, like, oh, it's a joke, oh, it's recruitment. Like, none of these are real. Like, they're just trying to use these as fronts so that more children they could potentially harm, or other people gain access to this fucking material. It's really, like, foul that, like, Discord didn't do anything about this sooner.
KiwiFarms had been mentioned in a handful of September 2025 news articles, named as a common platform that children joining 764 are found on, with the mention also included in an interview.
The biggest one that we've run into is SkibidiFarms.
Okay, so the police are involved. Thank God, at the very end. It took them a fucking long time to, but at the very least, eventually the police did get involved.
Moderators say it's, you know, this is a place for freedom of speech. Anything goes, and we don't necessarily believe in it, but most of the juveniles that are in this 764 group are on this platform.
And just to confirm this even more, late September, the SkibidiFarms.st domain briefly redirected to Spawnism.st. And in November that same year, the usual SkibidiFarms argument of, well, we don't host any, you know, we just share it amongst ourselves in Discord servers, sort of imploded, with users taking full advantage of their new account creation barrier and just openly posting collections, admitted to trading and asking to trade in DMs, and revived...
Oh yeah, .onion, there it is. That's the, I guess, browse... What would you call it? Like the dot whatever? It's like the server thingy, or the web... Not the web browser, it's something else. But yeah, .onion is literally Tor, dark web. Yep, there it is. Yep.
their how to trade thread. And on Christmas, a user in KiwiFarms had reportedly found video evidence of someone allegedly being extorted by the SF splinter group UCS into starting a house fire while streaming it over Discord.
Jesus Christ, dude, how does it get worse? How does it get fucking worse? You're streaming yourself burning your house? How does it get worse? I don't get it.
Then
you know, there's school. So what do we got, right? Tons of CP, tons of animal porn, tons of fucking gore content, tons of fucking like edgy shit in these discords, school shootings, burning your house down, killing people. Like, how does it get worse?
We need a growing number of instances of members connected to shootings, possession, swatting, that it feels almost counterproductive to go through every single one.
Bro, Jade, are you okay? I'm genuinely asking, Jade, are you, like, honest to God, like, after making this video, are you okay mentally? Like, do you need a mental health check or something? Like, is there anything I can do for you?
Just know that there's been a lot. Notably, in February this year, child secessionist Brian Najiro Gonzalez, aka Netcat, former member of the SF UCF affiliated Castle Discord server, has been arrested. And in mentioning Castle, not too long after this, they coaxed a person into killing himself by driving it into a lake.
Oh my god, dude. Holy fuck, dude.
A month ago, a number of people within the Skibidi Farms orbit and Twitter received emails from Google informing them that their emails had been subpoenaed a little over a year prior.
Good. They should be fucking subpoenaed. They should all be held accountable. This is fucking disgusting.
Regarding the case of Ryan Nixa, a man charged with online enticement of a minor to engage in sexual activity. And just to sum this entire show of a mess up, 1 week ago, a TikToker by the name of Cbot that went sort of semi-viral a couple of months back for rage bait posts about toddlers agreed to a boxing match with a professional boxer, Fox the G. However, that was set up and live streamed by predator catcher Gideon, and he wrote UTTP in 764 in his chest at the direction of defender via Telegram, and then gave up in less than 2 minutes. To try and sum that up as best that I can, we had a nonce who wanted to make KiwiFarms for nonces, wanted to make a Roblox game based on one of the most horrific cases of CM there is, created a Roblox group where predators joined to connect with each other and get potential victims, had multiple Discord servers where they were grouping victims, sorting them, putting them through hell, making them send cut signs, had ties to school
oh yeah, self-harming as well. Can't forget about that one, of course, because children should be self-harming in your Discord servers. That's totally a sign that things are normal.
Swattings, and so much more. And
oh yeah, swattings too. Can't forget that either. I probably missed even more, like, honestly. Like, there's probably a lot of even more darker shit that we probably don't know about. How much do you want to bet, guys? Like, there's probably so much more darker shit in these Discord servers that we haven't even fucking discovered yet that I haven't even named. Because so much has already happened, so much bad shit. I honestly wouldn't doubt it. Like, pretty much, like, all the boxes of really fucked up shit are being checked in this video. This is easily, like, one of the most fucked up predatory situations I think I've probably ever covered on the entire fucking channel. I don't even think I'm exaggerating when I say that. This is easily, like, I think the worst predatory scenario of, like, grown adults taking advantage of these fucking Discord servers to enable this kind of shit to fucking occur. I genuinely think that, like, we've hit that point. And I may not be reacting, like, the most out. I guess I may not be as outraged as I could be, but I am very fucking desensitized to a lot of it at this point. There's just so much fucked up shit that I just, like, roll my eyes to, that I just, like, really, like, I'm desensitized. It's so fucked up, man. I'm definitely gonna have to cool off after this video. We're almost done with it, thank God. It's just, it's fucking Jesus Christ.
So many victims out there. And I think one of the main things is they're hiding under irony, and it's all edgy, and they're doing it as sort of a joke. And to me, I think they're doing that to try and discredit the victims as much as they can. Because you hear the name Skibidi Farms and you think, oh, what the fuck, haha. But it's not a joke. They're doing this shit to discredit the victims that are harmed by this, that have been sexually, that have been made to do horrific things to themselves and others. And they know that every time a site goes down, they can just pop up a new one. They can just make a new Discord server and get more victims, share their fucking disgusting material, and they'll be fine. That's it. Apart from the handful that have been arrested, but it should be much, much more. I tried to find out as much as I could about this group. There were like some mentions on Twitter, but it was more so people in passing connecting it to 764 and the likes. And KiwiFarms was the only place that had it well documented. But if you have any other information, please do let me know. There is so much crossover between this and other groups that I don't even know if I could fit every single thing into a single video. We've got Foodist, there's Spawnism, there's 764, there's UTTP. There are so many group crossovers, and well, but they're not connected according to raids. They are. They're all the same members are all in these groups and doing the exact same stuff, and they're just doing it. I know 764 is getting a lot of heat recently, especially in the news, but there's so many. There's Cult, Com, but let me know. Please do get in touch if you have any more information. It was very hard, and I know a lot of victims are afraid to come forward because of the shit they're doing and the shit they're capable of, and it's fucking disgusting. Please do let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you have any other information. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. I know that was a lot. It was a lot of info dump. Please do let me know. Please do take care. I hope you're all doing okay, and I'll see you all next time.
I don't really know what to say. That's incredibly fucked up, and shout out to Jade for putting this all together. The only complaints I have about this video are very minor complaints, but like it really does not take away from the fact that this video exposes some really disgusting behavior. So all in all, good video on Jade's part, but Jesus fucking Christ, dude. That was insanely dark.